Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the current president of the Pipestone Performing Arts Center, Bronwyn Jones, along with the executive producer of tonight's event, Mark Toby.
We have spent this evening together reminiscing and remembering stories and memories of the past 30 years. Many people from all walks of life have entered and exited this stage during that time. But a few familiar faces and stars of our theater have left a lasting legacy, and we would like to recognize and pay tribute to these puppeteers and ringmasters of the Pipestone Performing Arts Center. Jim Hintermeister. Many talents. He was a factotum of the Pipestone Performing Arts Center from 1992 to 2006, serving as the house manager and photographer, among many other titles that kept this special place vibrant and well. In fact, tonight's event would not have been possible without his photo archival work of the many early productions performed on this stage. Carlson. Les served, Les served on the Pipestone Performing Arts Center board for many years and as president. He was active in fundraising and grant writing during his time on the board. Les performed in and directed numerous productions for the Calumet Players and the Opland Singers. Galen Darlene. With a background and education in social studies, English, and speech, Galen was the chairman of the high school speech department and directed plays for 36 years. He brought these gifts and talents to the original task force of the Pipestone Performing Arts Center in 1992 and would continue to serve on the board for many years. And as president, you would often find Galen wearing a headset up in the light booth. Alan Opland. Pipestone's very own music man. This very theater's roots can be traced back to the legacy of Al Opland. His impact on his students and community members is what led to the creation of this space. In fact, his influence on a young sophomore in high school may have been what sparked the flame of a dream to one day have a community theater in downtown Pipestone. And that sophomore is our Imagineer and steadfast leader, Dennis Hansen.
Dennis's dream of a Pipestone community theater began back in the 1970s. But it wasn't until the early 1990s that Dennis would receive a phone call saying that his dream could become a reality. Mike Morgan, president of First National Bank, and city administrator Dave Logan were sitting in his office and wondered if Dennis could stop by and visit with them about his idea. As the story goes, Dennis replied with, "I can be there in 55 seconds." The rest is history. It took many community members to make this theater happen, but it took the dream of one to ignite the flame. Dennis has had a passion for music, theater, and the arts since he was a young boy. The arts are one with his soul.
In 1955, when Dennis was a sophomore in high school, he was approached by his music teacher, Alan Opland, to join the Pipestone Male Chorus. Dennis would become a singing member of the group for nearly 60 years. The only time Dennis would take a hiatus would be during his time going to Dunwoody in the Twin Cities and when he served in the Army. During his time at Dunwoody, he would take advantage of the student rush tickets at the Guthrie Theater getting seats to professional productions of Shakespeare and Tennessee Williams for only $2. Throughout Dennis's career as managing director, he did a considerable amount of networking and is a man of many talents. He has served on several regional arts boards, including as president during the early years of the Southwest Minnesota Arts Council. He has counted people like the president of the Minnesota Orchestra and the St. Paul Chamber as friends and is intimately familiar with all regional theater. He has been a subscriber to the Minnesota Opera for years and is a chronic theater road tripper, traveling every Wednesday night during the summer to take in one of the 9 productions put on by the Okoboji Summer Theater. I have been a fortunate participant of these road trips, along with Galen Dalmeen, Ron Zetterland, Jim and Pat Adams, Bill Stolte, and his special friend, Dolores Runge. I would be a fool if I didn't mention the coordinator of these road trips, Dennis's wife, Diane Hansen. Diane makes sure that Dennis travels with a fresh bottle of water, his nightly pills, and a comfy, warm sweater. A sweater, you ask? Well, Dennis is well known for walking into any air-conditioned room and expressing that it is so cold in here, you could hang meat. If you were to ask Dennis to share any highlights of his career as managing director, he would tell you he is most proud when he wrote a $50,000 State Arts Board grant to bring the Minnesota Orchestra to Pipestone in 2002 to dedicate the brand new auditorium at Pipestone area schools. And as a fan and supporter of the Guthrie Theater, he is also proud that the Guthrie Theater brought a couple of touring productions to this very stage. He will also share pride in the Opera on the Farm productions at the Les Carlson Homestead with the University of Minnesota and operatic tenor, director, and academic Vern Sutton. And these are but a few of Dennis's great accomplishments.
Anybody who knows Dennis knows of his everlasting impact on the PPAC. They will tell you that Dennis is the Art Center and the Art Center is Dennis. He created the managing director position from the ground up and will go on to hold that position for a quarter of a century. He retired in 2018 and entrusted the title to Mark. Dennis has a theatrical treasure trove in his head. From the secrets of managing and operating the house to orchestrating its performers, marshaling an army of volunteers, and holding a Rolodex of who's who. Whether it's a carpenter, set builder, heavy equipment carrier, ticket collector, plumber, or engineer. Dennis has been the wizard behind the curtain, and every now and then he's made his presence on the stage. Let's take a look.
Please welcome to the stage Pipestone Performing Arts Center board member and a music producer of tonight's event, Reggie Moffett-Gorder.
Well, when planning this evening, we contemplated what could truly make this a remarkable moment for our dear friend Dennis. Combining his profound love for the arts and classical music, the notion of commissioning a piece in his honor and presenting its premiere tonight felt like an opportunity we couldn't let pass by. We invited local composer and Pipestone Area Schools band director, Dr. Zachary Ployer, to create a piece of music in honor of Dennis. And now, please enjoy the world premiere of Trio, a tribute to Dennis Hansen.
would you please bring the house lights up to half for me? Over the years, it has been obvious that Dennis's passion for theater, music, and community is a part of his soul and leadership. He has put in an untold number of hours without complaint, and the joy that this place brings him is clear. Dennis, the Pipestone community has benefited from your selfless service and commitment, and we are all better for it.
Dennis, on behalf of the Pipestone Performing Arts Center Board of Directors, we would like to present to you this plaque as a symbol of our appreciation for your many years of service and commitment to the Pipestone Performing Arts Center, and for having the wisdom, the heart, and the courage to usher us down this yellow brick road of 30 years.